is not a healthy source for you to always eat it. That is what contributes to your abdominal fat. That is what contributes to your general fat. Until we have rice fana, but we have different types of rice. We have the asantemo, we have the red, the brown rice. We even have parboiled rice. That's the yellow one that you see is yellow. The parboiled rice, the difference is that they boil the rice when they harvest it with all the fiber on it. Then after boiling, they dry it before dehusking it. So all the minerals and vitamins get absorbed in the rice. Now, from evidence, we know that it is even more healthier than the brown rice. It helps to control the blood sugar better than the brown rice because of those minerals that are embedded in them. So we have different types. If I'm eating the parboiled rice, and also angel, it is a perfume rice. So if you are the perfume rice stuff, then this one will not be. But if I'm thinking of healthy source, then it's a healthy source for me. So that's carbohydrate. We have different types. We have the proteins. Too. We have the animal and the plant-based. In fact, the healthier sources are the plant-based. Just that they lack vitamin B12. But vitamin B12 is necessary for many metabolic activities of the body, including blood production. So those who are vegans and they are not able to combine their grains very well, they don't get much vitamin B12. But when I'm eating beans, no matter the beans, chickpeas, soya beans, the red beans, whatever the beans is, I'm getting extra fiber from that beans in addition to the protein. Granite too is a very good source of protein. Whether you are adding it to your porridge or you are using it as granite soup, it's a very good source of protein. Just that it's coming along with more oil. So the frequency of your intake or the amount you are taking at a time has to be regulated, but it's a very good source of protein. Into why and katenkwana we nyanama antuma ampacho yenam. So the other animal protein, the first one is egg. We can all eat egg, whether you have cholesterol or not. You can eat egg. Now the current evidence shows that we can go as far as 2 eggs a day. But some people I know do egg ampesie. They eat about 6. And especially those who are trying to regulate their weight. Oh, they are not seeming the DBO. That is not how the body works. And too much of everything, it ends up to be bad no matter how good it is. So eggs are also good sources of protein. Then we have our chicken. The best part of the chicken is not the skin. If you love the temple of the Holy Spirit, it's not the skin. Because whatever you are tasting in your mouth, as soon as it leaves the mouth into the esophagus to the stomach, the body is screaming. So when I remember and I know that, I want. What I encourage you is whatever chicken you are cooking in the house, you can control it. So take the skin off when it is fresh. And for us men, I know some of you are stuck to it, like, but from the background where we are coming from, it is good to take it because we are always taking chicken. We are not taking it as we were taking chicken before, where we were taking once a year. Now it's every week thing. Because the frequency has increased, we have to do something about it. So this is a very nice chicken. Without the skin, you can enjoy every day. Nobody will worry you. Then the other one is yemadie. Yemadie is not a healthy protein. It's not. I know. Dear who without yemadie. Okay, we have limited time. So the reason why it's not a healthy source is it's a direct source of visceral fat. The fat that I said surrounds our organs. But the only yemadia that sometimes we encourage is liver. But when I think of the hindsight too, liver is giving me iron, is giving me vitamin A. But the work of the liver, whether in an animal or human being, is Zoom lion. It's a detoxifying organ. So when I drink poison, when I smell anything that is poisonous, it goes through the liver to neutralize it. So it's possible. Nia se mitwichu ade was saying kuma ba means nia mitwichu bi bekam. A word to the wise. So it's and meat, jawariye and all those stuff. It's making the food taste nice, but after the mouth, the body is screaming. So it's not healthy. Let's choose lean meat. This one, very nice. But we are going to choose pedia and... Please, once in a while, with what I'm saying, once in a while, if you are using it, you won't have any problem. But if every meal you are preparing, your recipe is to add something like this, then it's an issue. And the once in a while is not every day. So Leviticus 7:23-24. I just want to speak to the sons of Israel, saying, you shall not eat any fat from an ox, a sheep, or a goat. This one is not coming from you. Also, the fat of an animal which dies and the fat of an animal torn by beast may be put to other use, but you must certainly not eat it. So let's abide by that. And I think God knows why it's going to cause us more harm than good. Then the fat that we get from margarine and butter. Margarine also is coming from milk. We get margarine, we get butter from milk, and it's whole milk. So it comes with all its oils. That is a little cholesterol plus saturated fat. But when you compare butter and margarine is hydrogenated fat. That is fat that is made from vegetable oil. So it is factory made. And that increases a type of fat we call trans fat, which is harmful for the heart. So we are expected to avoid it. But as a church, if we will make it as a policy, for this church, any snack that we will give is either a fruit in season or something that is another krubina the pie between. But if always a snack is some of these pastries with margarine, then we are causing more harm than good. Please, let's move on at time. Water is not when you feel like, not when you feel thirsty. In our climate, we need minimum of 3 liters a day. That is 6 sachets of water. When I am going to work, my biggest load is water. I filter my water, so I take 3 liters literally. And it's on my table. It's not beside my chair. Even whilst I'm consulting, I'm drinking. And it's my purpose that by the time I get home, it should be empty. I shouldn't take any water home. Purposeful, because that's the main broom for the kidney. If you are from a family where there are kidney issues, please, and you want to prevent it, because kidney issues too are familial. It's possible that by drinking enough water, you'll be able to either delay or prevent the onset of such condition. Even if you don't have any history of kidney disease and you are diagnosed with hypertension, this is a likely consequence of hypertension. So start by drinking enough water. Are you feeling headache? Drink water. Do you feel drowsy and tired and drink water? No supplements. Drink water. Enough water. And more of the water you drink should start from morning. As you are getting nearer to the end of the day, you are reducing it so that your water intake, you disturb your sleep. And the sleep too is medicine, as we will be talking about. Next slide. The sugars. It's part We don't. Because my yam is giving me sugar. My plantain is giving me sugar. My mbari cocoa that I did without sugar is giving me sugar. The tea bread, the one they've bought powder, is giving me sugar. Every carbohydrate is giving me. In fact, the body can even make sugar from my fish. So I don't need any added sugars. Some of you just try it. If you start reducing anything or taking out anything that has added sugar to it, you see the impact that it will have on your life, on your body, how you feel. Added sugar, so the drinks, the Fantas, the Cokes, and they are not necessary. Oh, when no be see o me ya kra no me be ndi afe na me ye we ya. But my aim is that when I'm 73, 83, I should still wear this dress and feel good about it. I mean, oh, me mommy, I'm watching kaba slate tonight, but I say, I want to grow and be an old woman with wearing dress. Because I'm not afraid of the stomach that is pouring out. And sugar is the main thing for visceral fats, in addition to what I mentioned. So, added sugar is not necessary. But if once in a while, person would be firm, fine. But minim say mumu be moody sugar pa. Ya di biaka diano mo besen di akahu. It's not healthy. If it is possible, please take it out. Then some of the hidden sugars is fruit juice. People think that it's healthy, so they overindulge it. Fruit has a type of sugar we call fructose. And fructose works just like glucose that we add to our sugar, to our food as sugar. And if I'm giving mommy or myself, I'm eating fruit in a day, the amount I'll eat in a day will be about 2 servings. And 2 servings is about 2 oranges. But if I'm to squeeze those 2 oranges in a glass, it will even be half. But if I'm drinking orange juice, I'll drink about 2 or 3 glasses. That's about 6 or 7 oranges that you are drinking, excluding the fiber. And now with evidence, we know that those ladies and those of us who even do smoothies, comparing, I've not sieved it all. I've just blended the fruit and the vegetables and I'm drinking. The impact of that concoction on my body, on my blood sugar, is different from if I'm to chew it. Yes. When you chew it, you engage the teeth. That sends a signal to the brain. And the brain will inform the body that something is happening or something is coming. So the blood sugar regulation is better compared to someone who did the smoothie. The same thing I chewed, but the person is drinking. You've not engaged the teeth. Even if you engaged it, it wasn't as much as when you chewed it raw. And that's the impact. So smoothies and I think there's a reason God is making us discuss this. Maybe someone changing something today can help prevent or is answering somebody's question. So does it mean we won't drink fruit juice? If I go for a program and they are serving Fanta Coke and there's fruit juice, I'll drink fruit juice. If there is malt, I'll drink malt. But I didn't mean to mean no pie, yes, I Fanta new Coke. No. And it's something that I know, especially Coke, is very addictive. They have a secret ingredient they add. It's very addictive. But for malt, I know they use barley, they use malt, and so it has some B vitamins in them. So me baby na wo serve na Fanta nkwa dem pacho meji because the amount of work I need to maintain this body, I won't use that one can of it to destroy it. Salt, we are not supposed to take it out of our diet, even if you are hypertensive. No. we are supposed to add an amount of salt, about a teaspoon a day. Teach yourself to enjoy food with less salt. Don't wait to have hypertension first. Less salt. How can I do it? All porridges, no salt. Hey, yam face each dan to me, yam fan soon to me, add day. But with time, if you do it for a while, you get used to it. You eat somebody's own and you can't tolerate it. So to regulate my salt intake, no salt in my porridges, oats or no salt. If I'm preparing rice in the house, no salt. I don't have hypertension. In fact, my blood pressure is always 160 something, but no salt. If I am preparing ampesi, no salt, but must say actually me opama money into me the when I combine it, the food is nice, but I would have reduced my salt intake. The cube, not necessary. Add your garlic, prepare, huintia, kakadro. These are medicinal spices. This morning, my husband just switched on the impact of cloves, and they were just saying 2 cloves in your mouth every day. In fact, even when serving food, after eating, if you want peppermint to clear your mouth, just clove, put it in your mouth. Dental health, clove, put it in your mouth. So I know they see a kitchen, coffee cube instead of those spices. They are healthy. So let's use the natural spices then. I use that. It doesn't mean when I go out, I won't eat. Because I don't eat in the house, when I go out and I eat, it doesn't have any effect on me. And I don't always eat outside. That is also the caveat. Yeah, there be a plate is here one thing. I know growing up, fantinyinti wabaka de obia ozizi wa abano no yesisienyi. It's like one mobra into na wodidi wa bontin. But says yeah, so you are turning around. It's like what to do or restaurants are you are the ish. So we can turn things around and make it well. So how many times should we eat? Now, intermittent fasting, other things have come up. But the current evidence shows that to prevent hypertension, control your weight, and control or prevent diabetes and other conditions, 3 times should be better. Not 6 times, not 2 times, not 1 time. I eat 1 time when I am resetting my body. I want to regulate I do fasting, church fasting, 21 days, gym, because it's a resetting of my body. During the fasting time, I drink water like crazy because it's a cleansing time for me. Me also, every Friday I fast. Obiwa sorry, I just funny phone to her. But 3 times a day. So during the 3 times, because I'm eating a consistent timing, before 8 o'clock, I'm not hungry. I eat. Between 12 and 1. Between 5 and 6, I am done. Regular, consistent timing, regulate blood sugar, regulate your weight, regulate cholesterol. So don't wait to be hungry before you eat. You try this. With this, you'll be able to regulate your quantity. Because the common newa, we did bibi kakrebia, you're okay. And you are able to plan your meal. I take my food to work. Into me, but no median is your board. So when you have a make what you just say, hey, by ya chinibi or my food is already there. So I think we can end here. The little time I have, I think, Pastor, we can use it for questions. And okay, the breakfast and lunch. Pastor wants you to talk about it. Is breakfast necessary? Is lunch necessary? They are all necessary in the long term. For weight management, most of you, your bodies do not trust you. It's because the time it needs the nutrients, the food is not there. The time it doesn't need, you are eating. Because who feel is a commodity. And I draw or no or prepare, repair, nyama wo muno, na wama na eduane. Ono so eduane wo yema, on kwa yes I, edwuma na esese oye no. Obeye wo yema eduane na edwuma na ewie, ansa wakwa. Nti wo be sore, what does one na ye, won yare so wo yare. because of your timing. Even if you had eaten vegetables around 10, it's not healthy. So the timing, as much as possible, if 80% of my time I'm able to follow this time, is healthy. I mean to me, 100%. It's not possible. But if maximum time of my life I'm able to follow this, you get the benefits. And please, it works. I plead with you. Pastor said, manifestation of what God is giving us, this added knowledge. It works. But doing it today, stopping tomorrow, doing it another time, your body will not understand what you want to convey to it. But whatever you are consistent, started with just timing of your meals. Use just that this week. Look at the impact it will have. Then we come to the choices. And you realize that you are getting more benefit out of that as well. This is Mediterranean diet, and scientifically, all studies, it's been done many years ago, but we are still seeing impact of it. These are countries that are along the Mediterranean Sea. And when they analyzed how they eat, they realized there were more centenarians in those countries. And the country was even burdened with more grown-ups. The reason is that, one, look at the mode of their eating. They eat as a family. I say, how many times as a family do we say breakfast? Lunch, evening, so obi fanedy or take asaso, obi fanedy shedem. We don't sit down to eat anymore. And that is an impact. So would say if you are seated around loved ones and you are eating, the conversation, the hormones that are being released during that time is different from if you are seated watching TV or scrolling on your phone. Then the exercise. So those are the things. Dancing. Uba sorry, I presence and watch a move once. Media me baso I me say me David, Mr. David Asa. Thank you. So these are all parts. At least even if you won't exercise and you can count on the church dance, that is my exercise. You then the next one based on food is the plant-based foods. And the plant-based foods, the unsieved, unsifted, unpolished foods. Then please let's go back to the pyramid. Then we get the vegetables, the garlic, and all the natural spices. The next one is the seafoods that they add to their meal. Then we come to the chicken, the cheese, the milk. Then the last one is the meat, the red meat. It's when baby a red meat in share. And most of us females, we use the excuse and pacho. They also need to have this. And you realize red wine is outside. It's not even necessary. They say it's good for the heart, but it's not. It's not necessary. If you have never tasted, please don't start. If you are already on it, then maybe choose red wine and start reducing it till you are no more taking alcohol. Then water is also there. This is how our choices should be made. Please, let's go to the next slide. That will be my last slide. This is our plate. This is our sanka. The one that is here is your kontomria bom, your nyadua bom, your cabbage stew, or your kowunsusa bom, or whatever. This is your plate. Yedidi dodo. And most of us here can say yedidi memem, but won ye juma to say bema. Won't find swaswa bibia, won't find ye bibia. What you eat should depict what you are going to do with it. So your fufu na ye trying and tell me no. That is the carbohydrate bit, that is the protein, and your vegetable. No matter what you do, if you aim to use this, your weight, your blood sugar, your blood pressure, all the things that you are suffering from, It's not all about prayer. God has given you something to do about it. Thank you.
I'm Nancy. So I would love to know from the water side. You said we should drink a lot of water, which is very important. I would love to know, should it be chilled or this how it's supposed to be? And then my second question is on the breakfast especially. I would love to know, should it always be light, that's the breakfast, or it can be heavy as well? Thank you.
Okay, the water, it depends on the temperature around. If the temperature is cold outside, I won't advise extreme temperatures of very cold, because some people virtually chew ice. They love chewing the ice. It's known that if you are doing weight reduction, it helps, because as the temperature goes inside, the body will use extra energy to change the temperature to make it adapt to the body's temperature. With that, you are reducing some calories. But I always say that extremes are not helpful. So slightly cold, fine. But I've realized that if it's slightly cold, you drink better than when it is room temperature. Whichever one works for you, just that it shouldn't be extreme temperatures. In terms of breakfast, God has not placed cocoa as breakfast or tea as breakfast. So ufufu are ready breakfast. So odok no wapesi are ready. In all, we are just following. Please, I want that picture to be placed there, the plates. I want us to follow that. Whether you are eating it as breakfast, as lunch, or supper. And the thing is, somebody's breakfast can be worse than somebody's heavy meal. So no matter what you are doing, I will chip in with the breakfast. Ghanaians, we love. Who did the coconut pan? Mpachani na a balance. It's not a good meal. Coconut pan it's pure carbohydrates. But my cocoa medin katia kakregum, and milk kakregum, me chicha dandelion ya yentoyi, me chicha be in toast, pempo na me wa, me chicha be, manual kosia bako, and chinambi wa home pa, me yi bako me dia kaho. Ah! Me de man ka bako na kwadubi me de chamenum. Me so cocoa ni pan pacho, we obi a within the side, enjoy. You end up eating more of the porridge to fill you, which a common sign they will be, and you are not getting so much nutrients from it as well.
Yes.
My question was partly answered, but currently we have so many sachet waters and all that. I'm not here to spoil somebody's business, but as a nutritionist, you want to guide people as to what to buy or what to drink, because some can even give you health challenges. I don't know if you have something to say about that. Then also, when it comes to the quantity of food, you didn't tell us. A few nutritionists, dietitians will tell you if you want to eat fufu, it should be like your palm, small distance. And I don't think my folks would agree.
No.
So if you want to explain that side, because now that you have given permission for heavy food in the morning, me, I'm not a fan of tea and those sugar. So that side helped.
In terms of the quantities, I intentionally left that out because that one is dependent on your current weight, what you are eating now, and your activity level. So it's individual based. That's why I gave this general one that based on your current intake, if you are to be full and you can still maintain the carbohydrate you used to eat and still eat a lot of that, but it's not possible. It's possible that you might have to cut down on the carbohydrate so that you can fit in the vegetable part. So in terms of quantity, you can't use a general education to teach on quantities. The only quantity I can give is with the fruit. That is general for all adults. 2 servings a day. And 2 servings a day, we abuse it because the entire fruit into a day, boom. But the body does not appreciate that. So a serving, that's one orange or one big tangerine with breakfast, one with lunch. Permutations been a to add on for me to maximize the benefits I'm getting from it. In terms of water, I can't really stand here and talk about any, because since I married and came to Kumasi, I've never bought sachet water. I filter my own water. There are filters sold here at Edum. I filter my own water. And the filter, it has the candle, then it has 7 steps of charcoal, stones, and I've checked it. It's more alkaline. The reason I don't buy sachet water, not that but the rubber, the way they transport it and the way they keep it, when sun shines on it, it dissolves the dioxin that is in the rubber into the water. And most of them too, when you buy it and after drinking, you even put your hand in it, it's very slimy. So if you can invest, I've saved a lot with filtering my own water. If you can invest in that, I think it's the best option. Bottled water, at least quantum. Sachet water so quantum, but they keep the bottled water precious than the sachet water. Sachet water keeping it, and the way the rubber is, wherever it is, it absorbs the flavor. So I won't I can't recommend any sachet water to even the bottled water simple. So you just try, and those who sell the plumbing stuff, I buy mine around Sego Lane. And since I started, I've bought only 2 filters for more than 15 years now. I bought one, used it for more than 7 years, and I changed it. I don't buy water. That money, I use it to... Yes.
Amen.
Amen.
This is Mpacho. In church, I recorded recently. A binimosi, blood group. The type of blood group, it's maybe how it is. What's the certain food don't eat. If you are A positive, those kind of things. Mpacho, the man you're not imagine kakra. I pay the church him the oil no quarrel. 2. Some of us eat the pan over Mr. Rawa. But a binus was in fact, radio do the TV, what I can. What's a white bread in on yet a momienzi wheat bread. Mpacho, honestly, my pediatric him kakramam. Thank you.
Okay. So with the blood group diet, it's like the keto diet, and it's somebody's proposition. And it's known more for weight reduction than general good health. What we've realized too is anyone who adheres to the blood group diet over-restrict themselves. 1. And God has given us, the way he told Peter, don't call any food that I have created to be bad. So even with all that I've said, this one, don't eat it all the time. There's nothing like don't eat at all. And what the blood group does too is sometimes it's the favorite food you have that is saying that don't eat because of your blood group. But scientifically, there has not been any linkage with blood type and diet. No linkage. But as an individual, as I'm AB positive, I eat something and I don't feel good. It's not because of my blood type. There are other factors. So I will stop because I don't feel good. But relating it to blood type, there is no scientific basis to it. Then the other one in terms of bread is worse. It's not good. Even if you are eating olive oil, which we know is a good oil, and you add power to it, it becomes bad. So it's about the frequency, and for me, virtually in the house, we've stopped every bread, even wheat bread. Because aduane American say if you really combine it very well, you won't need bread. You won't need, because bread, whether it's seeded bread or I was baking my own bread, seeded bread. I will add a lot of chia seeds, a lot of because husband any bread he will constipate. Now, so I'm always varying my food. So if I bake the bread, I try and realize it's about 3 weeks or 3 months, and nobody has touched it. So any food, whatever, even if it is vegetable, and you are saying midi pa, it's supposed to be combined with other things. If a woody pie, it becomes bad. What are you making? There's something we call hypervolemia. Nature said, one will broke the threshold of the body. Although we know what you drink will come out, but if the frequency is more than what the body is bringing out, you become hypervolemic. Inti pacho Jamaican pan if you want and maybe once a day and once a day no so my way cha.
Hello. Please, I want to find out regarding the vegetables. The chemicals used in planting these same vegetables, is it not doing us more harm than good?
Okay, so in fact it is, and especially now with galamsey, it's really seeping a lot of lead into our produce, not just vegetables. And that's when we get platform like this, maybe we where your mouth ends. You try to talk for us, but we are praying and we are speaking to it. The other side to it, any marketing I do as women of God, as soon as I get to my kitchen, I soak it in the blood of Jesus.
God bless you.
After doing that, because I can't control all the factors, after doing that, then I wash it with my salt and my vinegar. Whatever is left with the Holy Spirit. Me, I've done my part. And it's also based on the source of where you are buying from. Now we are getting more people doing very good cultivation. I know those who are able to buy from KNUST vegetable shop. They are doing a good job. But if you can't, and you buy from Bantama or Asaf or wherever, just do your best, wash it. But please don't soak it in water. And don't buy the ones they've already washed. When you see how they've washed it, they soak it in a big bowl with dirty water. And by the time maybe all the vitamins and others have just run off. So and wash it under running water about 2 times before you add your salt and your vinegar, and the rest we leave it to God.
Sister Fuanyami, sure.
Amen.
Mine is with our kids. Can they eat anything? Because you said you're educating us, but then it looks as if you're going with the adults, not the children. Can we give our children anything anyhow? And if you can direct us to where you bought your filter, we'd love to join you.
Okay. So for the kids, anything I don't eat, I won't say my child because he's a child, I will give. No. Unless you are using your money to buy. And since it's not your money, and I'm the one bringing you up, I don't want what I can do something about today to be a prayer topic tomorrow. Many kids are really bumpty, overweight, obese now because we give the excuse that they are children. But whatever cells they are building now, I said building block, that's what they are going to grow with. So if from their diet they've changed their DNA, you've destroyed them for life. So whatever we are eating, in fact, last 2 days, I just thank God in the kitchen. My son is 11 years. He says, Mommy, today I feel for vegetables. Look at the combination I gave him. He loves onions. So I fried the French fries that I know they love. So I fried it. I cut about, and I say tomatoes are about, Boligar, they are big ones. I cut about 3 and added his onions. That was his food. Added 1 egg to it. Oh, we need na. Because he has seen us enjoying it. That's what they are hearing. But he started cultivating it because his father, without cream or anything, hey, mommy, vegetable, hey, daddy, give me some. That's all. He now has the taste that he can feel for. And I said, they absorb, they are like sponges. They absorb whatever environment you place them in. So for me, even for his snack, no box drink. Mango buy me to bowl ba ko share freezer. Nti anopa me ya me hwane ho me twitwa a blend ama no. In a frozen state, so it's like ice cream to him. Then I have sometimes there's 1 egg I've boiled and then a snack. I am intentional because they be make say idea meti me aya hu bibi say say prayer topic or china. Then in terms of the filtered water, I think it's Segolene. I'll share the contact of the shop with so that you get it.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Since we are talking about the kids, now we are in the era of noodles, Indomie and the likes. And our children, the young adults are so comfortable with this food. Please, what do you say about it?
It's one of the unhealthy sources of food. It's unhealthy. And most of us mothers and parents, we are becoming lazy. We want our comfort zone. So it's an easy way. It is unhealthy. The noodle, if you see the preparation, after doing it with white flour, they fry it before drying it and packaging it for you. Noodles are not healthy sources of food in the family, please. Ma omundi apapransa ampesie, even if you won't like a combat deal, ubedi. And with time, they will get used to it. We are giving them too much. When you realize what you went through, that has become, you have become what you, we are giving them too much. But this is an investment, intentionally. So when he goes to school and they serve noodles, he can't even appreciate it. Today they serve noodles. Then I told him, then choose rice. Because me. So he doesn't even know the taste. It's not healthy. The whole family me ya rice ma me fie ye ndi aduane mienu. Me ni adaje. So whatever the family is eating, let them eat, because I am sourcing it from fresh produce, from foods that are current and in season. And they are more healthier than the packed and boxed and canned foods. So let's make the right decision for them. It will impact on their weight, their concentration. In addition to the digital things that they are holding, which is now destroying them. So if the diet is destroying them and the digital thing is also destroying them, then we don't have any future. So please, Nkwala, I don't treat them as Nkwala. I'm also a teacher, so it's what you expose them to that they absorb. Sesia obesu ba echi. Sesia obesu ba with time. Ono abe nechi adawase.
Believe we've exhausted our questions.
Yeah.
And yes, Auntie Ifua, thank you so much for this priceless presentation you've given us. And